Have you ever wondered how far a person can go to feed their addiction to consumerism? Dana Sue Gray, a former nurse from the sun-kissed state of California, was a living embodiment of this question. Born into a seemingly ordinary life, Dana's early years were marked by the usual ups and downs, the joys and sorrows, the trials and triumphs that shape us all. As she grew older and embarked on her career in nursing, a noble profession known for its compassion and care, an insatiable desire began to take root within her, a desire not for power, not for fame, but for material possessions. The allure of the material world, the glitz, the glamour, the intoxicating rush of a new purchase became her obsession. She was drawn into a whirlpool of compulsive spending, her financial troubles mounting as rapidly as her collection of luxuries. But little did anyone know that her love for luxury would soon turn deadly. Gray's obsession with material possessions took a dark turn in the mid-1990s. As a former nurse, Dana Sue Gray had a unique access to a vulnerable population, elderly women. Her knowledge of their routines, their lives, made them easy prey for her insidious plan. With cold precision, Gray began a chilling series of attacks. The victims were all elderly women, their lives brutally cut short in their own homes. The motive behind these horrific crimes? A desperate attempt to fuel Gray's compulsive spending habits. Each murder was a means to an end, a way to fund her insatiable appetite for material goods. This wasn't a crime of passion or a moment of madness. It was a calculated, cold-blooded strategy. Gray's victims were chosen not for who they were, but for what they could provide: financial relief. As the body count rose, so did the urgency to capture the unseen predator. In a twist of fate, Gray's last attempted murder would lead to her downfall. Dana Sue Gray's relentless spree of violence reached a critical turning point when she targeted Beverly Pitzer, an elderly woman who would ultimately survive her attack. Pitzer's survival was not only a testament to her resilience, but also the key to Gray's capture. The authorities, already on high alert, found their prime suspect in Gray through Pitzer's description. Her past as a nurse, coupled with her financial woes, painted a grim picture that fit the profile of the crimes committed. The net around Gray tightened swiftly. The very consumerism that drove her to commit these heinous acts became her undoing, as her spending habits left a trail that authorities could follow. Gray's capture was swift and decisive. It marked the end of a reign of terror in California that had left a community living in fear. With Gray behind bars, the wheels of justice began to turn. Gray's trial brought to light the chilling intersection of addiction, consumerism, and violence. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation as the prosecution presented their case, outlining Gray's compulsive spending habits and mounting financial troubles. The narrative was as disturbing as it was clear. Her obsession with material gain had driven her to the unthinkable. Evidence stacked up, painting a picture of a woman trapped in her own cycle of addiction. Credit card bills, bank statements, and a cache of expensive items fueled the prosecution's narrative. Each piece of evidence a testament to her uncontrollable desire for the material world. The defense attempted to humanize Gray, drawing on her background as a nurse and highlighting her struggles with addiction. But the weight of her actions overshadowed their efforts. The jury saw through the veneer, the calculated actions of a predator driven by greed. In the end, Gray was held accountable for her heinous crimes. Her story served as a stark reminder of the destructive power of unchecked consumerism. Gray's story didn't end with her conviction. It echoed far beyond the courtroom, leaving an indelible mark on the discourse of female violence. Gray's case, chilling as it is, threw light on a reality we seldom confront: that women, too, can be perpetrators of such heinous acts. Her actions, driven by an intense desire to maintain a lifestyle she couldn't afford, exposed the ugly underbelly of consumerist addiction. Gray's story wasn't just about the crimes she committed, but also about the psychological factors that pushed her over the edge. It questioned our understanding of what drives a person to kill, putting a spotlight on the intersection of mental health and crime. Her case continues to be a topic of study, a grim reminder of the depths to which human beings can descend when caught in the grip of unchecked desire and uncontrolled addiction. Gray's story serves as a chilling reminder of the dark side of addiction and consumerism.